Shalom, shalom to everyone watching. I had to come live because I think I've just really been having like all these revelations when it comes to relationships, when it comes to just people in general, just the world today, how it is. I'm about to play with the filters a little bit. Hold on, guys. I just want to see what they look like. I usually don't use filters or anything like that on here, but okay, how do I get out of this? Okay, all right, sorry guys. Distractions. Okay, anyway, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Amber Nicole. I am an intuitive, spirit-led confidence coach. So I am here. I'm basically here to not only spread the gospel and the good news of the Lord, but also teach women and men how to be confident, to teach you that confidence has to be one of the most important things that we have, because confidence allows us the knowing that we're capable of doing what God called us to do. I'm capable of being who God called me to be. I'm capable of living the life that God said I'm living. And the way you do that is by being confident. Confident is a knowing, So I'm intuitive, spirit-led confidence coach because I lead through the spirit. When the Holy Spirit is speaking to me, when I'm in sessions with my clients that I'm coaching, or even when I'm doing a digital course, when sometimes I'll have things planned and the Holy Spirit will switch it up and say, no, say this, because only the Holy Spirit knows who's going to be watching my digital courses at the time. So I'm really just here to spread positivity, right? Love, because it's so much darkness in the world. And I'm just here to spread love and peace and joy and happiness and be a light in the world full of darkness and set myself apart from everyone else, because I am not trying to be like the culture. I am trying to set my way apart and be doing what the Lord called me to do and not what the world says we should do, right? But anyways, I'm getting on here today because, as you can see, the name of this is Get Out Your Feelings. You got to get out your feelings when you're in relationships. Get out your feelings. I meant to say that. It was no typo. I meant to say get out your feelings. Yes. What I've learned is that we are in a world where everybody is so caught up in feelings and emotions, and usually feelings and emotions and all that was just a woman thing. That's what they used to say, right? Only women deal with it. We're emotional beings, right? That's how God made us, obviously. But I've been finding a lot of men in their feelings about certain things, and it would be okay if your feelings was not dictating how you show up in the world. It would be okay if your feelings was not dictating how you were in relationships, right? What I find is that so many people, I'm in my feelings, so I'm not feeling it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not feeling coming over and giving you a hug when we're angry with each other, right? I'm not feeling coming over and giving you a kiss because we just had an argument. I'm not feeling leaning into this and wanting you to know that even though we're mad at each other, I still love you. I ain't feeling it, so I'm not doing it. Well, let me just say, the very thing that you are not willing to do because you're not feeling it is the very thing that's going to keep your relationship and connection together, because you're telling your partner when you do that I am willing to love you and show you that I love you even when I'm upset with you. I'm willing to lean into this situation. And even though it may not be resolved right now, because every time we talk, we may not resolve something. We want to try to get it resolved and not let it sweep underneath the table. But sometimes we're not able to resolve stuff after one conversation, right? I don't want to, but I don't want to stay here though. Like, we need to get to the point, like when you're in a relationship, that you don't stay there. You don't stay in that anger. Oh, this in this environment, and I'm just mad and I'm just frustrated. I'm not feeling you. And because here's what happens. The longer you stay in those emotions of I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to lean into this, I'm not going to show you that I love you and I care about you, month after month after month after month after month, when you stay in that disconnect and more disconnect and more disconnect and more disconnect, and now more problems and more problems and more problems. And if you are not willing to get out your feelings, get out, put your feelings away. Relationships all the time isn't about feelings. Get out your feelings and say to your partner, the one that you say you love, you say you want to be there, you say you want this to be my lifetime, or whatever the case may be. You need to get out your feelings and be willing to show love at all times. Your love should not stop and be based on your emotions and how you feel. Your love should be all the time. Even when I'm mad, I still love you. Even when you do something wrong that's just utterly just like, I can't believe you would do that. But I still love you. I still love you. And I don't want you to think that I don't love you just because I'm angry at this time. But if I'm always in my feelings at the moment when I could choose to show you love, because love is a choice. I want you guys to know that. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for depositing that on me. Love is a choice. It's a choice, a decision that you choose to make every single day. Every day I wake up, I choose to love you. Every day I wake up, I choose what can I do better in this relationship to help it be better. How can I show up better in this? How can I teach better in this? How can I guide, lead in something today? How can I make your life a little bit easier today? But when you have one person that's majority always trying to do that, and then the other person on the other end that's not doing as much or not coming to the table and trying to make it work, that's when frustration is happening. That's when what the heck? Why can't we just figure this out? That's why, thank you again, Holy Spirit. That's why maturity is needed in relationships. If you are not mature enough to put your feelings to the side, because it takes a level of maturity to say, you know what, even though I'm mad, I'm not going to point the finger and make you feel bad. It takes a level of maturity being able to say, all right, even though I'm not feeling you right now, I don't want you to feel like I'm going to walk away from this because I'm here. We solid, we good. I'm not leaving you. Because when you're not able to establish a connection of love and care, even when you're upset, what you're establishing is disconnect. And what happens over time is you get more and more disconnected and disconnected and disconnected and disconnected. And then eventually you break up. Because then you get to the point where you're just like, well, I don't know what to do anymore. One person gets tired of trying everything. The other person feels like they may have done everything, but they may have not done everything, right? You eventually get tired and you're just like, okay, I'm done. You're not the one for me. And then guess what you do? You move into the next relationship. And a lot of times I'm seeing it so much. A lot of times is what happens is you don't really get better. You don't self-reflect and say, what did I do in the last relationship that I don't want to bring into this next relationship? What you do, what most people do is they point the finger. Well, if he did what I told him to do, if he would have loved me a little bit more, if he acted right, if she would have just did what I said do, if she would have never done this, whatever it is that they done, I'm not about to throw out a bunch of stuff. If you'll point the finger and say, well, they just didn't appreciate me. They just didn't appreciate me. If she would have appreciated me more. But what did you do wrong? Because guess what? It takes two to tango. It takes two. There's always going to be somebody there. If there was one person that was leaning in, the other person might lean in a little bit more. But it takes both to cause discord. So you did something. You're not perfect. You for sure did something. If you don't self-reflect before you get into that next relationship and you keep pointing the finger, guess what happens? You do the same damn thing. It's the same thing. Then you'll be in this next relationship and it'll be good for a little while. And then all of a sudden there'll be boom, something happened. And then you can't figure out how to be resilient. You can't figure out how to lean in a little bit more. You can't figure out how to get out your feelings. You stuck there. You stuck in, oh, I'm mad. I'm not feeling this. She did this. She did that. He did this. He did that. And then it's a cycle. Continuous cycle, and you going from relationship after relationship, pointing fingers, saying this to the other person. Even if even if in your mind you tried everything, have you sat down with your partner and said, ask them what they could do better? Because I know sometimes we be in our head thinking, I'm doing everything I possibly can. Well, what is it your partner needs from you? Because it's not necessarily about how you need to show love. It's more so about how do they receive love. It ain't about you. Loving them ain't really about you. It's about what I need. I need affection. I need you to want to talk to me. I need you to hold me at night. I need you to hug me when you walk in the door before you leave. I need you to affirm me and tell me how I'm amazing and how you don't want to be without me. And I don't mean on a needy basis. I mean on because you love me. That's it. I don't want to go without you, girl. You mine. You ain't going nowhere, right? But if you always in your feelings and always mad and always upset, or when you are in your feelings and upset and all this disconnect is happening, you're not able to be resilient and bring back the love. Guess how the love is brought back? How do you think? Actions. Actions. Love is not just something that falls out from the sky and just hits you and like, here we go. Well, all of a sudden I just feel amazing. All of a sudden I just want to be with you so bad now. I don't know what happened. No, that's not how love works. It works when you work it. When you say, I'm going to get out my feelings. I'm going to get out trying to point out every reason why I cannot show you love, because there's always going to be a reason why you can't do it. Oh, because money ain't right. Oh, because the car is messed up. Oh, because you did this to me yesterday. Oh, because the kids is getting on our nerves. There'll always be a reason why you don't are incapable, or not incapable. There's always a reason why you won't want to show love. Those reasons are never going to go away. Ask every married person that has a successful relationship, have the relationship issues ever went away? No, there's something else. As you evolve, as you grow, then it's something else. Now, I'm not saying that's horrible, but I'm saying there's always going to be something that's going to frustrate you about your partner, that's just going to get on your nerves, that you're not going to like. There's always going to be something that can create discord. But if you don't take those moments and say and choose, I'm not going to lean into the discord of the relationship, but I'm going to lean into showing more love in this moment. I'm going to lean in, putting my pride and my ego aside and saying, you know what, I love you. And I don't want us to be like this. And I want us to be together. And I want us to both figure this out. I don't want to put it all on you and put it all on me. I want us to come together collectively and say, what do we need to do to make this work? And we both do the work. We both do the work. One person working on anything has never worked in anything. That needs two. Relationships is a relation. To be in a relationship, it takes at least two people. To move a couch, it takes two people. If it's a big couch, it takes the both of us. If I'm trying to pull it along by myself, you know how hard that is? It takes two of us to do that. It takes two. But if you're unwilling to put your feelings to the side, if you're unwilling to put some things that you may not want to do for the betterment of the relationship, if it's something that you don't want to do, I'm not feeling this, I really don't want to do it. I'm keeping it real. Okay, well, keeping it real gonna keep you real damn single unless you learn how to put your own self to the side. Because in those moments when she's upset with you, in those moments when you've done something wrong and you want her to come in and lean in on you and you didn't do it to her, guess what happens? Now we both don't know how to do it. Now we both not doing it. Now we both on discord. Now we both sit on each side of the fence and I'm not coming in a little bit more and I'm not doing nothing else. And this is it. Pride and ego and selfishness, there is no room for it in any relationship. God didn't treat us that way. Here's what I also learned is that the enemy will come in and try to destroy the very things that could be amazing. If you find like all hell is breaking loose, and I don't mean like cheating, intentional shit like that. No, I mean stuff happening in the house, stuff happening on the outside of the house, work, finances, like that type of stuff, all hell just breaking loose, and the enemy will come in and just try to destroy you, which is why you need to learn how to come together and create a connection of love. Because when you have something that's so solid, that's so you're who I want, you're who I need, I don't want nobody else, I'm not going nowhere else, we figuring this out. When you have someone in your life right there that's solid, that's not only solid, but that's a good person that loves you, that pours into you, that shows you love intentionally, to makes it a point to show you love. When you have someone like that, you don't let it go, because it's so rare today. We live in a world of selfish people. It's so rare to find that. So when you find that, you need to do everything you possibly can to hold on to it, to do the work, to do what needs to be done, to let your partner know that I want this. I'm not about to be out here in these dating streets trying to figure it out. Whoo! No, thank you. I don't want it. I don't want it. But guess what you need? Two things. Number one, learn to get out your feelings. because it ain't about how you feel. Your feelings are fleeting. One day you're mad, one day you're happy. Your feelings are all over the place. So guess what happens in a relationship? Your relationship is all over the place because your feelings are never the same. They're always here, there. One day, and you can have 5, 6, 7, 8 different things you're feeling in one dang day. So if you always focused on how you feel about something, you'll never get accomplished what needs to be accomplished. That's number one. Number two, you need God. You need to be able to get down on your knees and hear from the Lord. You need to create a relationship with God to be able to ask God, what do we do here? Because we are trying everything we can, God. We need a word from you. Or coming together and praying together, because the enemy don't never want to see a couple praying together. I'm going to say two people, but a couple praying together. They don't want to see, he don't want to see that. For what? That means that there's something that you guys are going to create in the world that's going to help other people. And oh no, we can't have that. So I need to let hell keep on happening. I'm about to come with you. I'm about to give it. I'm about to give it. Resiliency and connection and love will always conquer all. Will always conquer all if it's with the person you're supposed to be with. And that's another thing you need to ask God. God, is this woman for me? God, is this man for me? Because if he ain't, please eliminate this person out of my life or do whatever so I can get rid of this person so the person that is for me can come along. I don't got time to be wasting on here. I want to live a life of joy, of prosperity, of just abundance, of love. Not fairy tale where it's not attainable. No, love where it's, even though, and I'm not saying you're going to not be feeling each other. You're not going to have days where it's just like, I just don't want to do this. But I'm saying don't let that be the end all be all the time when you're mad. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have moments, obviously, where you're just like, I just can't. I can't even do this today. But don't let that be your habit. Don't let that be your habit where you're consistently telling your partner that you're not feeling them and then not taking the opportunity to lean in, figure it out, work on it, and show love in that moment. This is why I'm always saying real love is rare. Real love is rare. Real love takes maturity. Real love takes putting your pride and your ego and your selfish desires to the side. There is no room. There is no room for it. Real love is possible, very possible, but it's only going to work as much as you're willing to work it. There ain't nothing on this earth that's going to happen that you're not willing to work at. Nothing amazing is worth having if you're not willing to work at it. The most greatest people in relationships have the greatest relationships because they worked at it. The hardest times they worked at it. They said, I'm not giving up on this. I'm going to keep leaning in. I'm going to keep showing love. And even if I'm mad, if this person is somebody I don't want to lose, I'm going to keep on going in. And we're going to figure this out together, baby. I'm not going to let you leave me. So get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. If you have someone that you love, if you have someone that you care for, if you have someone in your life that you adore, put your pride to the side and figure it out. Figure it out. Because you're going to be real hurt if you don't figure it out. And then you go out on these dating streets and you find out that you're not going to be able to find anything better. And then that person that you left behind because you was unwilling to do the work ends up with somebody else. And now here you are looking like a fool because your pride and having things your way, and I'm in my feelings and I ain't feeling doing that. You keeping your feelings in the way of love. That's what you doing. And if you desire love, you better get out your feelings. Because love is not a feeling. Now, do you feel good when you're in it? Yes, but it's not a feeling. It's a decision that I make to choose to love you, to honor you, to respect you, to cover you, to be there for you. But I'm a child of God, so I'm always do what God called me to do, and I'm always going to be obedient to his ways. All right, so this video is almost about 20 minutes. I didn't think it was going to be this long. I'm going to get off now, guys. I got some things I need to get done. I just want to wish you guys blessings and peace and shalom, and just hoping that you guys figure out whatever relationships you are in. If you haven't, I'll put the link on here, but I have like different digital courses that I have already up. Then I have the I'm Invested in Her that I have not even finished yet. I need to finish it, and so I can upload it so you guys can go ahead and do the I Am Invested in Her course. I got digital courses for you guys. There's one-on-one coaching. I'm gonna put my website on here so you guys can go ahead and click on my website. Go ahead and check me out. You know, see what's going on my website. Watch some of the other videos. I got so much content on here. Like, I'm really here to spread the good news of the Lord and how important it is for us as men and women to come together and learn to love and put our ego and our feelings to the side. Not saying disregard your feelings. I'm saying don't let your feelings override who you are, override what God has over you. Don't let your feelings override the love that you have. Obviously, you're going to have emotion, you're going to have feelings. I'm not saying stuff them down. What I'm saying is don't let your feelings keep you stuck in places that God didn't put you in. Don't let your feelings keep you from not having joy. Don't let your feelings keep you from not being in love with the person that you're in a relationship with, because your feelings can keep you from that because you get mad. They're all over the place. So don't let your feelings keep you from being in spaces that God didn't call you to be in, right? And that means not lack of love, no joy, unhappy, bitterness, all of that. Okay. So you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I love you. Peace and shalom. Bye.